What up, everybody? Holliwood Cole back for the HnK video game experience. And we're going to talk a little battle royales today. Maybe we know where that's going to take us, but we got our expert here to my left. You guys don't recognize him, but you do recognize him. You have heard his voice many times. This is my left, and I don't know how it shows on the thing. This is Coastal Minority right here. This is the guy that you've heard forever. Our expert on all these smooth ramblings and such. Now you get to see him in the flesh for the first time. So what's up, Coastal?
Man, it's going good. It's good to be here in person. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. It's crazy.
I apologize to all your listeners that they're disappointed in what I look like. It's terribly embarrassing. It's taking up most of the screen.
What are you talking about, man? All right. Well, everybody's look at my head. It's as big as your nose right now, man.
Well, my nose is quite long.
No, it's just because of the cameras, tricks. And of course, we got the legend PWNAGE here. What's up, PWNAGE?
What's up, man? You doing good?
Yeah,
Thanks for
dude.
having me back.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us again. So he's our Call of Duty, the champion here. So he's going to have a lot to say on this. But I will say, like you said, like we were talking about, Coastal. If you listen to this podcast for a while, you know that there is a silent killer out there named Revelation 6:17 running around. And I've told him about PWNAGE. I've gotten on and told him about it now. He's got his shovel out, digging up his guns now, ready to get them dusted off and come out here. You can see PWNAGE is real worried about it.
Yeah,
so
I'm shaking.
He's shaking.
I was told, Reverend Holliwood go back a long way, and he told me, he said, top 10, whatever. He said, it's because you hadn't played him yet. That's what I heard.
Okay.
So I think we need to set up a little 2v2 gunfight.
I'm down. I'm always down for some gunfight.
Or do pistols only. I'll see what happens.
Yeah, pistols only.
Rev
Throwing knives only.
Rev was quite a contender in the top 10 space in Halo back in the day. He was pretty much on the top.
What's your rank, Call of Duty wise, multiplayer?
And multiplayer, just a masters. So it's either everybody that's not in top 250 is masters, and then 90% of the top 250 are all cheating. So
yeah,
it's
there you
go.
So I don't follow the rank multiplayer as much, but it's the same exact ranking system.
All right, it's not. I said masters. I was talking about iridescent is what it's called. It's like crimson. It goes like bronze, silver, platinum, diamond, crimson, iridescent, top 250.
Top 250. Okay, so you're right outside the top.
Right.
Okay.
And then most of the people that are top 250 are cheating. So.
And Call of Duty.
That sucks,
yeah.
man. Yeah, I will say this though: from Warzone 1 until and then the transition to Warzone 2, I think Ricochet's done a pretty good job compared to what was there.
Right. So compared to what was there, you can say yes. You can make an argument that they have, but when you're talking about Activision, when you're talking about Call of Duty as the franchise, and the amount of resources and the amount of money that they have behind them, they can easily fix it.
Oh, I know.
It's an easy fix that they refuse to do, because when you look at new up-and-coming games that have great anti-cheats, like Valorant, with the kernel level driver, where you have to load up their anti-cheat, restart your PC, and it takes control of your actual PC, and you cannot load up any third-party software.
Yeah.
So that is what you have to do basically to fight it, to combat it. But Activision is claiming, it's like a breach of privacy and all this. They don't want to do a kernel level anti-cheat, which at this point you're basically gonna have to, with how these hacking websites are going and cheating websites. It's just, you can come out with a good anti-cheat and it'll work for about a week or two, but then the cheating guys are gonna be like, oh, this is how we combat that.
Do you think it's an investment thing on Activision's part, because Apex is not nearly as littered, right? And they've been there as long as
That's EA.
Well,
that's EA.
Yeah, that's right. And changing their image.
It seems like their reporting and stuff they're way more serious about it, and I guess I don't know, the Apex servers, I guess it's way more in tune and more sensitive to noticing if a hacker's in there, where Call of Duty is not. The thing about Call of Duty is, and Activision and just the franchise as a whole, is that they don't really care about the competitive scene near as much as they need to. They love casual players, which is understandable. That's 90% of your player base.
That's true.
Not most of your guys are going to be competing and playing this long, or put in as many hours as we do. So they want to sell their skins. They want to sell their COD points and all that, all the cosmetics and stuff, which is understandable. But still, you have to do something to keep your competitive players happy as well.
Let me ask you: do you spend money on do you buy the skins and stuff?
I mean, I might buy one skin a year. Literally, if there's like one skin that I really, really like I bought like one in Vanguard, one in Cold War, one in like if there's like a really overpowered skin that like just gives you a
hot
advantage,
concealment
like if it's
type
like
of
really
thing?
black, like a dark skin. But then
like the rose.
but like in tournaments, like they're banned. So it just depends.
So real quick, Eric.
Now
So
Fortnite.
you spent a lot of money on that.
Dude, my account's probably worth it.
So what do you see? You see people running around like with Atlanta FaZe and all that. So how do they? Is that something anybody can just buy it?
Yeah, it's just in
I don't know if that was like
store.
actual people that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can buy all those. A Fortnite skin, I'll spend some money
Oh yeah, me too.
on a skin, which I haven't played in a while. And then Apex, you kind of have to, or earn the crafting materials to get unlocked Legend.
Right.
And on Call of Duty, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you buy one battle pass, you make enough COD points that that's pretty much the only one you got to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can just keep buying. But they have a premium.
Yeah, and they bump that
for
up.
for $30 where you get different stuff. So it seems like you buy one $10 battle pass and you're good for normal battle pass stuff. But if you want the extra, you got to pay a little extra. But
So let me. You got anything else on that? 'Cause I'm gonna switch gears here for a minute. Okay. Let's talk about skill-based matchmaking since we got a little more time here. So skill-based here. So I had a whole podcast on a theory of skill-based matchmaking. So correct me if I'm wrong, they've not come out and said, here's how we do skill-based match. They kind of kept it a secret. You don't know exactly how they're doing it. I'm kind of talking for Battle Royale mostly. So my theory, and I even said if they're not doing it, they need to. You're going to get tossed in some of these lobbies for FIDE, essentially, for the streamers or for the good players that are, or not even necessarily good players, but people that spend money on the game, so they will keep spending money. In other words, hey, I'm having a good time. What I bought was good. And so that's why they kind of keep it a secret. Does that make sense? Just like at Catch, I don't spend any money on the game. I haven't spent a dime on the game, so they don't care if I quit, right?
Right.
And same way for Revelation. And so we get in the game, and they'll keep us hanging around, a win or two, a couple. And then it's like, now you're going in with, now it's your turn to basically take it for these other people that are going to spend money. And because it just seems like we always call it, oh, you went pro. It looks like we went pro. We just the first guy we were, and it could be all circumstance, but it's just a fun theory because they haven't announced it. How does skill-based matchmaking work in these things?
So when you're in like that's kind of the reason for ranked play. So when you play regular public matches, like when you just load up a public match, which is no rank, it doesn't matter if you're multiplayer, Warzone, Apex, Fortnite, whatever. You're gonna have like a certain like the game. Like the technology, the AI in the game is basically, it's combining a total of things, like how long you live in Warzone. Say if it's take Warzone for example, how long you live, how many kills you get, what's your average placement, this and this. It's gonna combine all those things and put you in a lobby with people closest to that of your numbers as possible. Obviously, it can't do it perfectly because I might be queuing up at the same time as you. So there's going to be a few really good people, and then there's going to be a few people that aren't very good. But that's where ranked comes involved. Ranked, it's going to be it narrows way down more to be way closer to your skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah.
So we've got to clarify. Ranked is out of the equation for what I was talking about. That hadn't come out yet when I did that. But is that what people understand it to be, or has Activision come out and said, here's how it is, right?
I mean, that's just, there's no really other way to do it besides like your numbers or like just how you play. Yeah, averages. Okay. It's just a total average of a lot of things combined into one. Like,
but you're saying like if Ponage wants to, or you see the streamers complaining about skill-based matchmaking because everybody he plays against is going to be at his level.
Yeah.
If you put his level with me all the time, like you said, I ain't spending no money. I'm out, Jay.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm saying.
I think it's
so like for me, so say if I'm playing with my friends all day, every day, I'm playing against my level competition with my friends that are really good, and then say so at the end of the day, everybody gets off, and then I'll play with one of my IRLs, that means in real life friends. Mm-hmm. So like some of my friends and like my dad and like other people will invite me, and I'll join their lobby. And it's not fun for the other team.
Yeah, right.
because I'm going because they
suck your numbers.
They outweigh me. So yeah, I have a really good KD, and I'm really good. But
what is your
they're-
KD?
on multiplayer, if I just load up in a regular multiplayer game, I would probably just for like a round number, say if it's S&D, I'll probably go like 15 and like 3 or 4.
Yeah, so he's serious. Yeah. So I'm happy to have a 1.2. You know, if I got above one, Rev's got a 2.0.
If I go negative is in a pub really is never ever gonna happen. But if I'm not like dropping like 10, 13, 14, like the other teams probably pretty good.
Yeah. If you look at you guys have us cards of all the players on the championship team over there on the desk at Convoy Gaming.
Yeah.
One of them has like a 5.0, like overall, like 4 points. I mean, dude, you know, and they're playing with like top players too, doing that. Not like getting on. You know what I'm saying? So it's insane. It's hard to imagine somebody like that.
These guys,
you know?
like one of the guys you're talking about. We have a guy on our team. His name's Dylan Rex. So he's not only what makes these guys so good is back to what we were talking about yesterday is the time you put in. So this guy, he doesn't only play for our team. He goes to local events, like with people that live around him. He'll go to local tournaments. Then he plays in the CCL, like the college Call of Duty League. And so he's playing on 3 or 4 different teams, practicing with 3 or 4 different teams, having to play different roles on each team.
So can we backtrack here? So, Ponage, you started, it looks like you're representing for Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Mississippi-based thing.
Right.
Now you obviously started playing before you were in school and during school.
Mm-hmm.
Did this come about? Where did you go to high school?
I went to Madison Central High
And
School.
when did you graduate?
2016.
Okay, so did they have that implemented yet?
Absolutely
at the time?
not, no.
Do you know how big this is now? Between college and high school?
I've seen a
Pretty
few,
big.
but I don't know how big. I have no idea.
What I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're not, and it doesn't matter. Like if you're a 3-star or whatever size wise. I know not every school is on it, but
Division-wise,
Madison, Brandon, all those have competitive gaming now. When
Right.
did that start?
That's been very, very recent, and it's still not even up to the point of like colleges and other things. Like they're still getting it going, but I mean, I would probably say it's been around for like a year, maybe 2 in some schools.
What about the colleges?
College is starting to get actually pretty serious. It's starting to, because I mean, they're starting to give out full rides and for video gaming, which is great. Like when I got fresh out of high school, like in 2017, 18, I got reached out to by a few colleges that wanted me to come and play for their program. But like it was very, I was like, what do y'all offer? Like scholarships and stuff? They're like, not at this time. Now, that's not the case. Now you can get a full ride.
And you could probably do, since it's a sanctioned sport or whatever, I don't guess it's like Title IX, but I guess you can do NIL deals.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
You know,
He's doing. You're doing that now, but you're not at school. But
Yeah.
Not at school, but you get. I mean, obviously you got sponsors.
Right.
And this. So let me ask you this, and I don't know what all y'all talked about yesterday, but I'm very curious to know if you graduated in 2016. So you started in Call of Duty, probably from which Call of Duty did you start at?
Call of Duty. I mean, I played Call of Duty 3, way back in the I really started playing playing, and like I didn't play online very much in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I was on it. Like I was always playing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we used to have so much fun with that. It's good to see. It's good to see this culture in gaming come to the forefront like this in esports and other than that. So you're playing right now multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really mess with Warzone much.
Not much. I play it. Every once in a while. I'm like probably like gold 2 or something. Like I don't play.
Yeah,
much.
I'm gold. I think I just play with shout out Beetle and Market and Nut. I don't know if they'll see it, but we try to play rank. Now, Holliwood hadn't really touched. I don't know what happened, but I want him to dive into Apex with me soon. Can you tell him what a difference the skill gap is?
Yeah, the skill gap is crazy. Not only just because of like the mechanics and your movement, but like the abilities. You have to know, like when going into fights, you have to know like whose abilities are up on your team, what legends you're fighting against, so you know what they can and can't do. Like if you're like pushing a team and then they start running into a building and you see they have a Caustic and a Watson, it's like, oh, we might not want to push in that building. You know what I mean? But no, it's definitely a much bigger skill gap than Warzone, where it's just kind of pretty simple, just point and click, shoot.
Yeah, because here's the thing: Warzone 1, right? First of all, what about that crossbow? Warzone 1.
Oh no,
I loved
He
it.
loved
Did
that.
you
Really?
did you petition to get the crossbow
I mean,
stopped?
dude,
You
I
know,
the
'Cause that
crossbow.
thing is awesome.
Dude, I never. If I died to a
explosive
crossbow, I would be like, livid. Like, there's no way.
That's why. So so Warzone 1, when they're doing the crossbow where you down people when it exploded, that was so fun, and it's still a skill. I shoot the thing. If I miss, I'm dead. There's nothing I'm going to do about it. And it's got to launch and land. So that was our whole argument. And then we was like, oh, the streamers got it nerfed because they were dying on stream, and they're all mad. But like, they nerfed it, and they try to bring it kind of back.
I mean, I feel like stuff like that is good for the game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so high. It's high risk but high reward. Like if we're in a building and you have that crossbow, you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now if we're out in the field and you're on top of a building and then you line it up right and like calculate the right drop and you hit me, it's a high risk, high reward. I think those are good for the game.
So
And if I have the 7.25 shotgun.
Oh no! Now that has to go. No.
But it's like, I got to be from here to Eric to Coastal to get somebody.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I'm bringing all this up is because I'm not going to. I'm an old man, you know. I don't got the time.
Right.
I'm not going to compete at that level.
Right.
The only way that I'm going to compete is to come up with some strategy to overcome. You know, if you're going to come slide cancel, boop, I hit you with a crossbow bolt. That's the only way. I'm not going to get you with a sub.
What's up? Yeah.
You know, and if so that's the way that we would compete, and just have to come up with some strategy to overcome that and position ourselves and that kind of stuff, and they kind of take that out.
Use my build.
The Lockman,
Yeah.
with
The Lockman.
Hey, look,
what's
look.
the Lockman?
No, they just buffed it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
the Lockman AR they just buffed. It's
Oh,
like one of the
I
best.
built it the other day.
It's the
So let
new
me
one.
ask you this: how do the builds translate? When I'm on YouTube and I'm looking up builds and what's meta, the meta in Warzone's not the same meta. So you guys are still running around like tax.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the thing?
So yeah, like that. That's what I was explaining to him yesterday. Is like, so Warzone, like my build, I would have like either a sniper and a sub, or like a AR, like a long range AR. Like I would have probably like the ISO with like a 3x scope, the longest barrel,
VLK
the longest like suppressor. I just want range and no recoil.
Yeah.
On multiplayer, I want speed. Speed is everything. I cannot, like if I loaded into multiplayer with a Warzone class, like where it takes me 3 days to ADS.
Done.
Yeah, because you're not getting into those long range engagements.
Are snipers one-shotting in multiplayer?
Yes, the snipers you cannot use in respawn though. No, snipers are banned in respawn. You can only use them in S&D. So
Really?
yeah, and there's
I
only
guess
one
you-
sniper. You can't have any attachments on it. The snipers on this year are kind of stupid busted. So
Is the MCPR killing in?
yeah.
Is that the fast one?
No,
What do
that,
y'all use it?
I mean, it just depends. Everybody kind of has. So, like on certain like tournament websites, you can only use certain things. And challengers, like it just depends. It's kind of personal preference. You can use the SPX, you can use the LA, or you can use the MCPR.
Do they hit hard enough in multiplayer? The
Yeah.
SPX?
Yeah,
Really?
it's one shot. There's no armor. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
true. Is there
but the
health
signal-
150 or is it 100?
It's 150. The signal is banned. You cannot use that. That gun
Because
is
it's
stupid.
because
It's semi-auto. Yeah,
That's why.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, so do you play? Let me ask you this. I know I'm assuming Call of Duty is your main thing. Are you? I know you're on PC.
Yes.
Are you controller on PC?
Yeah. So you you can.
That
I didn't know that.
rotational aim assist.
You cannot play.
Is that what that is?
Mouse and keyboard is banned on. You cannot play mouse.
On what? On rank?
See,
On everything.
telling you.
You cannot play mouse and keyboard on LAN.
On LAN.
Yeah.
What about online for rank?
So like say if we're if I'm for online ranked, yeah. No,
play
I'm talking
whatever
about
you want.
when you're playing for $1, if there's if there's 1 cent on the line, keyboard is banned.
Really?
You cannot
in
play
a
with-
LAN event.
Yeah, you cannot play keyboard.
I had
told
no
you,
idea.
we-
And if like somebody's in a tournament,
Who said that?
Doc said, we're talking about.
if you're in like if you're in a tournament online and you're suspecting somebody is on mouse and keyboard, like you can request a hand cam.
That if they're banned, then why on earth do so many mouse and keyboard players complain about aim assist with
Because they
controllers?
get killed by crossbows.
Because they're not good.
Ooh.
Like that's what I'm saying. If you're on HnK and you're complaining, like, dude,
I
You
feel
just gotta
like
get better.
if I'm being very subjective or just no bias, because I'm a console controller player,
yeah.
aim assist is if it's an enclosed quarters fight and I'm just spraying and praying with a hip fire, controller's gonna win 99% of the time.
I mean, dude, you'd be. I mean, this thing
But these snipers
is
and
so
strafing,
anything. This
Yeah,
is
I
so
know.
overpowered. When you think like that's what I was explaining to him yesterday. Like I explained to this, like the reason aim assist is a thing. It's all to combat against mouse and keyboard. Like
Yeah.
when I was explaining to him, when you have this you're aiming with your whole arm on a
I know,
on a plane.
you're right here.
You're like this, but no. The thing is, I can go from looking left to instantly looking right. Analog is not made like that.
Can't do that.
Analog, you have to go to the left and you have to break the center plane of the analog to start looking back to the right. This is not like that. And I can go instantly walk strafing left with A to instantly strafing right. I can't do that on a controller. I have to go like all the way over to the left, all the way over to the right. So
Yeah.
like this is like crazy.
Yeah.
So most of your tournaments and most of what you do is Call of Duty, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how much time do you spend with Apex?
So like I play Apex with a group of friends. Like I mean, now it's off season, so I'm like we
not-
have 6 months off. So I'm gonna be starting to play a pretty good amount of Apex.
So you have a schedule, you have a whole thing going on. You got a list of tournaments.
Normal,
what you're
it's
gonna-
not like a list of tournaments. I can sign up and play for like what I want to or what I don't. Like here, let me show you. It's gonna explain it so much easier. I can show you better than I can tell you because a lot of people don't know. Like and they don't. So like look, this is like frequently visited. This is Call of Duty Agent. This is one of my friends. He owns this website. So I get on here and look.
Make wagers and
Per person, $5 per person, $40 prize pool. If
Hey.
it's higher, it's more than that. It's Vanguard. You got 3v3, $5 to enter. This is
Are
Holliwood.
these all cross-play?
All cross-platting. $4 2v2 AR SMG. That means one of us has to be at AR, one of us has to be at SMG.
so how's it prize pool? So this is right here. So $5. Okay,
And if
five
how
times
many
4 is 20, but the prize pool is 40.
Yeah.
So how is that a thing?
Well, like that's where it starts at. So like it's guaranteed you're gonna get $40 if only 2 teams sign up.
Oh,
like,
so
if
it's a
more-
bunch
if more
multiple
people sign
teams.
up, so, like,
Oh, I thought it was
it'll
just for
go.
those. I thought it was just
and then
one match.
like you were talking about how do people get started right here. This is your best friend.
Oh,
free
free with
entry,
$10.
$10 prize pool. There's gonna be some really good
This
players.
is where you make your name at?
This is
That's like
this is the
name.
proving grounds. And then when you start
Need to write
getting
that down.
higher, you start getting into some of these bigger tournaments. Like down here, like they'll have like prestigious. They'll be like in gold letters. Like these are all tournaments all day long.
Is this esports? This is not esport. This is not like with the
It's like
esports
this.
league, right?
So now you're
Free
getting
with
into the big
300.
free entry
Dang.
$300 prize. Free entry $300 prize.
Does your friend
$400.
stream these with ads? How are they making revenue off this? You think?
Probably take a
Just
piece.
for entry. So I
Just they just take a cut.
Yeah, they take a little bit of it, and so he's so much better, and he actually cares about the community, like way more than other sites. Other sites, they take way more. You can instantly transfer out of this, get your money.
You can do it on console, and you can play on console and
Yeah,
enter
you can play on
that.
console.
So you just go and they get your Activision name or whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
You sign up, and
That's
then they'll be like a
awesome.
match
why
chat.
not? You know, why not do a free
like
one?
you sign in, and then there'll be like a little
won't
match
play that.
chat, and when your match is up, you just add the other team, and then
Oh, that's
y'all
awesome,
play.
man.
So what do you stream on? Do you stream?
I stream on. I did stream on Twitch. I just recently switched over to Kick.
What I
with-
think?
with how bad.
Shit.
What I say?
Twitch
Kicks.
is.
You think? You think the 2 times gonna come to kick?
I mean, I think everybody's gonna go to Kick.
I do too.
I think Twitch.
It's dead. Why do they do that?
Twitch is kind of. With the recent things that they've been doing recently, they have kind of like wrote their own ticket out of the game. It's sad because, like I said, they started all this, but
I know.
like I said, with
Amazon.
with the recent changes they've had, like they've showed and they've proven they don't care about the
I
content
agree.
creators and
Okay.
streamers.
Twitch is a hard app for me to use. I watch YouTube content. That's what I do. Short form content. I like watching the streamers on there. When Twitch said they're going to split your revenue 50-50 with ad revenue, and then they said you on the screen right here, you only get to use 9% of your screen for ads. I know they all left.
Well,
after that was
and the thing is, also Twitch was. I had a few friends like when you're talking about early Twitch. early partners that got in and were started to get big on that platform when it first started, like Kick Now. I had friends that were on like that. There were certain deals you could get where they had like 70-30 at like splits on the subs and stuff. They took that away. Now, so it's like you're punishing your loyal people that've been bringing people to your site. You're punishing them just because y'all want to make more money. Like you're taking money out of their pocket, out of the creator's pocket. It's definitely just not a good look, and a lot of people are about to switch over to Kick.
Here comes Kick. There you go.
I'm telling you, I mean, how much they spend for XQC? 100 million.
I mean, and they're doing 90-10 splits off the gate. Now they're about to pay streamers. They're about to pay streamers hourly, small streamers hourly, $16 an hour.
Dude.
That's what that guy told.
That's
what one guy I was watching on TikTok. He said, you can donate or what? I don't care. He said, I get paid a salary. I get paid an hourly rate.
$16 an hour to stream. That's my part-time job now.
That's what I'm saying. So
Dude.
There's no shortage of ways to make money to doing a passion that you look. Obviously, that Ponage has been doing. And now we know where you started and we know where you're at now. So let's talk. I'd like to know a couple things about where it's going. So I have to ask, with the recent, I don't want to bring it up, Ponage, and I don't want to get into it. But do you think what's happened with a couple of content creators that were skins removed lately, you think that's going to mess up the tournament scene? Do you think it's going to mess up Call of Duty moving forward? Like with people playing it?
So, I mean, like I said, I personally, I have to be super careful.
You know what? Let's just say you're going to still play Call of Duty. We'll leave it there. So let me ask you this. I know you don't play DMZ. I know you do this. I know Battle Royales are still popular. Fortnite's always going to be there.
Right.
Unreal Engine's going to be there. Fortnite created 2.0, and I think Call of Duty's going to be there. So what about extraction shooters being competitive? You ever thought about doing that? You ever thought about Dead Drop and Midnight Society coming up? Have you ever went to Tarkov?
Like Tarkov and stuff? I'm awful like this. I'm awful like that. That's why I like COD. If Tarkov was on controller, I would try it. I would give it a whirl. I play other games. There's a new game that came out a little while ago that me and my friends were playing for a short period of time. It's just like Tarkov, but it's more futuristic. It's called The Cycle Frontier.
I heard of that.
It's pretty good. I like those kind of games, but like I said, that's more of like chilling with a group of friends. To me, I'm more of like, if I'm playing games, I want to be competing. I want to be playing against other people at the highest level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I tend to find, as I look at my collection of games and my catalog, no matter what I'm in the mood for, if it's not competitive, I don't really have a taste for it as much as I do.
Exactly. Now I love some story games. Like I said,
I do too.
I've played The Last of Us. I've played Fallout 4. I've played just regular Assassin's Creed. I played games like that, and I love it. Those are good to kind of get away and just chill. Where I can sit, I can actually sit back in my gaming chair. I'm not.
Yeah, especially when you're competitive all the time.
Sometimes that's fun just to get away, but 90% of the time I want to be competing.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of competing in Call of Duty, what do you think about? Are you going to invest any time in the X Defiant? Are you going to go down that path?
I'm a huge fan of X Defiant. I like what they're doing. They take a lot of good things from Call of Duty. It's a lot of people that have been in the scene for a minute, so they kind of know what to do and what not to do. It looks aesthetically pleasing. The movement looks pretty smooth. The guns are pretty good.
Looks good.
I'm not a huge on the abilities, but I mean I can get past it.
I feel like it's a baby of Call of Duty and Overwatch.
It's kind of like, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of Black Ops 3, like how Black Ops 3 was, but boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? You had like your purist, you had your gravity spikes, you had like Spectre, you had the Reaper, you had like different abilities that you unlock throughout the game. So it's kind of like that. But I mean, I like it. They had to do something to throw in their own little twist and stuff and make it their own. So
have you seen that yet, Holliwood?
Nope.
Holliwood, we need to get in on that. It's open beta now. It's from Ubisoft, so it's
on consoles or whatever.
It's on everything. So it's called X Defiant, and it's an.
There's a lot of that stuff coming out, man. And it's like Dr. Disrespect's game. I'll be honest, I was a little bit disappointed in seeing the play with that.
Well, you hadn't seen his latest 6-week thing. It looks good.
Yeah, it's been when you showed me about it last time. That's when I saw it last.
No, they do a release every month and a half, 2 months about the progress.
Yeah, and I hope it does good, dude. I mean, it's a great idea and a great group of people doing it for gamers type of thing. But I don't know, man.
So So Call of Duty is the bread and butter right now.
Yeah,
That's good.
king. That's the king, man. Call of Duty.
I don't know if there'll ever be anything that is going to take its space. There'll be something that right beside it.
I mean, it definitely could with like the recent things that are happening and like the track record the past few years that they've had and like the competitive side of things. There could be if another game comes in and actually shows that it's gonna cater to the competitive side of their following, then it definitely could. Call of Duty, they really have to, like that's what I was telling him yesterday. Like some game producers don't understand. Sometimes simple is better.
Yeah.
Simple is good. We don't need 250,875 attachments. Like you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like think about old CODs. There's 5 attachments to choose from.
Yep.
You pick 2 of those and go. You know what I mean?
Have to tune it.
Yeah.
What do you think is kind of like the best from all the CODs that you played and had the most fun with multiplayer? What do you think one did it the best?
The best, I like Black Ops 2 Pick 10 system. I love Pick 10. I feel like that was really good. I mean, it's because it's so much custom. You can customize it. Where now it's not really like a Pick 10. So like, I love that game so much because say I don't want a grenade and a stun, but I want more perks. I can do that. If I want to run faster, if I can run marathon and double time, and have no stuns and no secondary, so I have a knife. Like it's just it was the perfect. It's so much more customizable than now. It's like these are the slots. Like you can't take a grenade off if you want to now. You have a grenade and a stun spawning in.
Well, even for just the overall feel of it. I mean, I like Black Ops 2. Black Ops 1 and 2 are some of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Just the overall feel of it. It felt like the time to kill was there. I mean, all the kind of stuff that think is good. What do you think about Modern Warfare 1 versus Modern Warfare 2? Which one is it?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
So all right, so
The newest one.
2019 is that's the game I've been playing. I play a tournament in that tonight.
Modern Warfare 1. So it's the 2019.
Well, we just there's
just
so
called
many
Modern Warfare.
Warfares, like,
Yep, there's
Modern Warfare is like the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty.
2019.
We just call it MW 2019.
Okay.
So MW19 is one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. It was so good. There's a few things that could have made that game the best. Dead Silence. If they would have made it Ninja, one of the best games of all time. If they would have not had doors, one of the best games of all time.
Yeah.
It probably would.
Yeah, the doors.
Honestly. The doors are not a thing for Call of Duty. They don't fit in Call of Duty. All doors are is info. That's all. You're giving the team free info. If I'm in this room and the bomb site's in this room,
Do you peek?
I don't even have to look over there because if I will hear you peek the door, or if you bust in, I definitely hear you.
You can hear you peek. You can hear a peek too.
Yeah.
So the sound. Do you think the sound's good, like with footsteps and Dead Silence broken, this kind of thing?
So,
What's wrong
like,
with it?
Ninja.
It's too loud. That's what's wrong.
Like that's the thing about MW19. I like Ninja as a perk, but I like that aspect of it where you have to like time. Like you can't always just run around brainlessly.
Yeah.
Because you're not always silent. I like that you have to wait to have Dead Silence to make a play. It does make it more random, but it adds a different aspect to it that I like.
Cool.
Let me ask you a question about MW 2019. They're shutting off the servers. Does that include multiplayer? In September, they're getting rid of Caldera. They're getting rid of Warzone.
That's just like the Warzone.
So the other one, I think.
So you can always go back on other games, and I can always invite you to my game and we play.
I think.
Those are peer to peer too, though. They're not a server, right?
Well, so
At some
we
point
play
they'll
on
switch to a
dedicated
server.
servers.
Oh, so you already got your own. Okay.
I think they're this is getting back into the battle royale part. I think they're getting rid of Caldera and Warzone and only having one Warzone. Because I think they're going to bring Verdansk other maps in the road.
Are they bringing Verdansk back?
They need to.
Yeah, everybody loves
Verdansk. It would
Verdansk.
help Warzone a lot. Like the maps are just like, dude, it's not hard to make a good map.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, it's really not. This new map is not awful, but it's not Verdansk. Verdansk was a
There's
pretty
a
good.
sprinkle.
Yeah.
Sprinkle of it.
And I think they had magic, COVID, everything at the same time was just perfect for that game.
Like you either have to make the movement, you either have to be able to move faster, or the map has to be smaller.
Yeah.
Let's
Like-
bring that up to a pro. How much did your heart get ripped out when slide cancel is not a thing?
So, like I said, I have mixed emotions about slide canceling. Slide canceling always should be in Battle Royale. It should never not be. So, like, it doesn't matter if it's not in Modern Warfare 2. Like, the multiplayer, it should be in BR. But like when you're playing and you're scrimming 8 to 10 hours a day, and like so you're taking like when on Modern Warfare 2 or on Modern Warfare 2019 or Vanguard, you're taking like what instead of 100 actions per minute, you're going down to 20. So like it's better for the player, like on your actions per minute on your hands, because like I mean you're sprinting, you're clicking with your left, double tapping your right, and then hitting X like over and over all around the map. So I mean that's a lot on your hand. Like when you're playing for 8 to 10 hours, dude, your hands are gonna be tired. But so it makes it more just simple. But it takes us like the skill out of it. Like there's no way to outplay people or outmaneuver.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this real quick because we're talking about this. Quick sniping on multiplayer, is that cheating?
No.
See, how's that? Are you not using?
art.
Are you not using a component of the game, the aim assist improperly?
I mean, you're using it. I mean, because so like when you're
They allow
like, people
that.
don't understand like what aim assist like. When you aim over somebody, like when you're going across their body, like aim assist is slowing you down.
Yes.
So it's like even like if I'm aiming in fast or slow, it's still slowing me down and pulling me to the target. So no, it's
So
good.
you're at the perfect timing as you're zooming in. Click. They allow that in. Is that one of the?
You can do. I mean, you can do. You wouldn't want to try it, but you can. do
Okay,
it.
so
like
it's not
a sniper,
at your
like,
level. It's not going to
No,
affect
no,
you.
no. I
Okay.
mean, you can. I mean, so like if somebody runs in a room, like you would be more attuned to just trying to no scope them because like you're gonna have this long and
Okay.
you're gonna be
So
dead.
so that didn't hurt you guys.
Snipers are like more like you pull out snipers very seldomly in competitive Call of Duty on S&D. It's to maybe hey, I'm gonna be right here and I'm gonna be holding this lane down the whole time I'm aiming at this one spot or I'm holding this cross. So your team can work over here and know you're not getting flanked or something. That's it.
Well, that's interesting that quick snipers are only going to get to some level and then they're going to get smoked out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
What for the people listening that may play or not that good or want to be better, what's a good loadout to help them be competitive in multiplayer now in Modern Warfare 2?
In Modern Warfare 2, I mean, you're just gonna if you're an AR player, if you're more of a slower player, you just want to run the TAC. I mean, there's a pretty standard TAC build. You just run the shark fin, the whatever muzzle that you prefer, the long barrel, the quick draw, rear grip, and then your stock. Lasers are banned in competitive, but you want to run that, and then if you're a sub player and you want to move around and get mixy and just move faster, just put on the
So
Vasna.
lasers are banned because of hip fire?
Yeah. So anything that upgrades your hip fire on basically any gun is banned.
Dang, that's crazy.
I didn't know that.
Pros and like top challenger players, like we'll play the game for 2 to 3 weeks leading up to the first event, and we all some things are just GA'd, which is just a gentleman's agreement. We're not going to pull it out. If you pull it out, I'm pulling it out.
Yeah.
And then the whole lobby has it, and it's just broken. So like, we ban certain things throughout the course of the year that are just overpowered to level it down and make it competitive. Nobody wants to play or watch a competitive match of guys with a riot shield and a rocket launcher. And
Yeah, so that's the question.
Or like an AK-7, or like
We need to bring back rocket launch.
Well, so if not counting riot shields, what the average guy that just wants to be competitive, casual, what are the overpowered things like green laser?
If you just want to win and never lose a game ever, just cast off 7.62, the 74U. That's it.
Okay,
the cast
cast
off.
off
That's it.
74U.
Don't touch
Really?
any other gun.
Yeah,
It's three
With-
shots
with-
at any range. Like that
That
gun
is-
is the stupidest. It is crazy.
Hey, 74. That's that used to. It's a
if I
sub.
put- Yeah, no, it's an AR.
Oh,
But I
okay.
mean, it moves like a
It's
sub.
tiny.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
tiny.
the
it
tiny
is
one.
not like it's like when we were playing the beta of that game. That was available in tournaments, and dude, you can just map people.
It's so
3 shots.
strong.
Oh, so strong. It's so dumb. But like, if I'm just playing pubs with my friends, like in a public match on like S&D 6v6, I'm just cast off the whole time.
Battle rifles are a thing now in Battle Royale. Are they a thing yet in multiplayer?
I mean, you wouldn't want to have. I mean, they're horrible. Like on.
The SO's coming around. The Cronin was
Yeah,
the thing.
that's the time to kill for.
Oh no,
Warzone.
that gun's stupid.
SO14.
Oh, I'd use that a
A
little. bit.
multiplayer too.
No,
SO14.
you
talking
can't use. I mean, none of that is
about? Okay.
basically. I mean, basically, like if you're in a. Oh, you're talking about? Can you use that in multiplayer?
Yeah,
Like
I
just-
thought you said it's really sick. I didn't know if you
Oh
meant
no,
for multiplayer.
it's stupid. I used it in Warzone though. I picked
Yeah.
it up and
It
I was
is
like,
so
dude,
good.
this gun
Yeah.
hits hard.
But yeah, nobody was picking it up, man.
But I just run the cast off. I run the 74U in Warzone. That's my
Yeah.
Warzone load. I run the cast off. Or I've been using like the honey bite or the Chamara. Like that
Yeah,
gun's
yeah.
actually pretty good too
Yeah,
for
yeah.
close range. I use it like a sub.
that thing gets me killed more times because I run out. I down one, I'm out, and I'm done. When I'm in Warzone, I'm more of a Warzone guy. But we did used to throw down in multiplayer,
Dude, when y'all gonna carry me to some dubs, man?
I
ain't
get
getting
it with a good time.
Yeah.
I will. I would love to. I don't know if I have to pay you on Patreon or whatever. Carry me to Apex wins.
Oh,
please.
dude, I'll play some. I'm always
what's
down.
What's your main in Apex?
Oh, dude, it's changed so much. I've reached masters on multiple different characters, so it just depends on the map. So each map, there's different metas. So if standard, if we're on.
But you don't know ahead of time though.
Well, I can see the map that it's going to be on the bottom left. Okay. When I pick the map, say if I'm on Olympus, I'll probably main Bangalore. It's really wide open, not many buildings in those fields. Yeah. If I'm playing World's Edge, probably Seer. I love Seer. Seer's new buff is stupid too. If I'm playing Kings Canyon, I normally run Newcastle or Bangalore again. Newcastle's good.
I'm a Bloodhound kind of guy.
Oh, Bloodhound's good. Just unlimited.
What y'all talking about, man?
You need to.
I tried to play it for a minute, but the new Modern Warfare with all the attachments and stuff is kind of like that. Right, with Apex, because that was what threw me off with Apex, all the attachments. We didn't know anything about that back in the day.
But that's the thing is you don't have to pick previously into going into the lobby. You just
you're just gonna
pick up the gun and it's so simple. It'll tell you if you can go on your gun or not. It's no.
Yeah,
and
that's
different now, yeah.
And then if you can go in your backpack and just take it out if it don't fit. I'm starting to really enjoy Apex again.
Looting is a skill curve in Apex.
Looting is a skill curve. Shield swapping. I know how to shield swap now. I know what that is. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
I know what it is now. I'm starting to learn. We've done a lot in Call of Duty. I think it's cool to talk to somebody that has stayed true to the multiplayer realm because I've been so addicted to battle royale. So what's funny is, Holliwood's more as a purist like you, and even more of a purist because of his age gap between you. So even with other games, but battle royales. When we first did a podcast, he goes, what is this? This is a fad.
Yeah, I didn't like the idea of. Well, you convinced it. You go here, but it was just. But yeah, we got into it now. DMZ's our thing, but DMZ's fun, and the Warzone 2 kind of it wasn't as good as Warzone 1. We were talking about yesterday. The resurgence was a lot of. They had it dialed in on Warzone, and it's kind of interesting how you didn't make a new game, and did you not learn your lessons and take them over? But it's a little bit different. Let me just get one last question here, and we can call this good. What about on Warzone 2, the one-shot kills for the snipers? Does that need to be there? I think it, or do you think it's better to not have that? Is your opinion on that? I know you're multiplayer. But.
Oh, no, it's so hard. I think it's just like what we were talking about with the crossbows earlier. It's like a high-risk, high-reward. You have to hit a headshot.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be no one-hit body shots.
Yeah.
Now, if you one-hit them with a sniper...
That should be
in the head, yeah.
Yeah.
But because that's just that's
more
realistic. But
or something.
Like I said, that also takes. They took that out of Apex. You can't even one hit somebody with a Kraber now. So it's
so one-hit kills are not. I wonder why they're taking that out.
Just
because people are getting annoyed
at
it.
It should severely hurt you, but. Because if I get if I get hit in the head by a Kraber, that's still 185. So I have 15 HP. So I have to be get down and shield.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just instantly knocked. That is hard. I don't know. I think yes. I think it should be.
I think it should too.
It always has been. I feel like it.
It seems like the high risk, high reward is lost now in some of these games, and probably because people don't want to take risks.
People would just get good at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
People would get
that
really
would be their
good.
one
When you
thing.
go back to Fortnite with the double pump.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's not that didn't have to be taken out, but they're all the kids that were coming over to the game I'm tired of getting double pump, or when they switch it to the pump tack, the purple tack, the green dude.
That's right. That's probably the main thing.
The
People are just going to focus on one thing, and it's going to takes away all the other aspects.
Double blue pump.
That's a good point.
Oh my! Oh, the double heavy. Oh
When
my
TSM
god!
when TSM and Ninja them started doing that.
Oh yeah.
That's what happened. It was magical to watch. It wasn't magical to get hit by it.
I loved it. Oh, that's all I did. I ran two pumps and then minis, big pots, and medkits. That's it. I don't need anything else.
No.
Well, look, let's call this one good, guys. That's a lot of good talk. It was a lot of fun here. Learn a lot about the modern warfare. It's always fun to talk that. We could talk it forever. I know we
I
could.
know.
So, Coastal, appreciate you joining us, man. Coming back.
Oh,
Glad you
dude.
guys got to see him for the first time. You got, if you're on our website, you can see him.
It was great.
So,
It was great
it's
to
good
be
to be
here.
out there.
Ponage, it was great
Ponage,
to
yeah.
talk
Oh yeah,
with you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
y'all
appreciate
having
you
me
being
again.
here, man. Thanks a lot.
Social media or streaming you want to plug before you go, all your channels?
Oh yeah, just I'm iJerryHD on Twitter. That's like my Twitter. You can just type in Ponage and it'll pop up too. Is iJerryHD, and then my Twitch. You can search. It's just TTV Ponage on Twitch. On Kick, it's just iPonage. So you can type in Ponage basically on everything, and I'll pop up. It'll be like a little bit different because it's all taken. But yeah,
And if you want to be a pro gamer, convoygaming.com can show you how.
That's right.
sir.
That's
Cool.
right.
We appreciate you guys
Thank you.
joining us.
All right. See y'all.
Laters. Yes, I do want to